This is Gregg Patterson, and on this edition of Arkansas Agcast, our guest is Sara Gardner. She's a University of Arkansas, Fayetteville junior. And Sara, welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, now you were recently named to the 4-H National Council's Young Alumni Advisory Committee, and you also were recently a recipient of a Farm Bureau Scholarship Foundation scholarship as you enter your junior year.
Yes, I'm so grateful for both of these opportunities through 4-H and through Farm Bureau. Very, very grateful for scholarships to help continue and further my education as I pursue my degrees in agricultural economics and international economics with minors in ag leadership, Spanish, and international economic development.
So tell me about the 4-H Advisory Committee. You've been in 4-H for a long time. How did you get started in 4-H?
So I started as a 4-H'er when I was 8 years old, and I could have never imagined that someday I would be one of 11 national members serving on this amazing committee. And so it's just incredible to see all the opportunities that 4-H has given me and how full circle the past 12 years have been. And so my 4-H career began with a flag etiquette speech about the American flag when I was 8 years old. The Elks Lodge came into my 3rd grade classroom and they brought pamphlets about honoring the American flag. And I brought it home to my mom and thought that it would be a great idea for my first 4-H speech. So after I gave it at the first 4-H competition, she called the Veterans Hospital, our local veterans healthcare system of the Ozarks, and they allowed me to come present my speech there. And afterwards, Congressman Don Bozeman, who is now one of our 2 U.S. senators, came up to me and said that both of his daughters were in 4-H and that next to church, it is the best program for youth to be involved in. And I could have never imagined how true those words would reign in my life and where I would be today because of this incredible program.
So tell us about the advisory council position with National 4-H. What kind of focus will you have with that position?
So this committee is comprised of 11 young alumni 4-H'ers from across the country, and I'm so, so grateful to be a part of it. On this committee this year, we are having different Zoom meetings and hopefully meeting in Washington, D.C. at the National 4-H Center to help support 4-H's program and just to oversee the vision of what 4-H is on a national level and how we can use our youth perspective to shape the trajectory upon which this program goes. So we get to work to help support the Board of Trustees and different policies that are being created to shape 4-H and where it goes and what implications that has for different 4-H'ers from all across the country. So for me, I'm super passionate about serving veterans and also just amplifying the voice of agriculture on a national level. And so that's 2 things, as well as increasing international opportunities for 4-H'ers. Those are things that I hope to use my role to be an advocate for.
You know, it's interesting that you're involved with veterans. I know Farm Bureau has a program where we work with veterans who are interested in getting involved in agriculture. And so that program's just
Awesome.
Recently gotten going in the last 2 years. And we've got a lot of vets who they love being on the farm. And so we're connecting them with land so that they can do that and with expertise to do that as well. So you said you're going into your junior year, and you know, a lot of times the first 2 years you have to take a lot of prereq courses and get through all that. So I'm guessing you're excited because you're getting into the meat of what you're wanting to do with international ag economics and everything else.
Absolutely. I'm so excited. As you said, the classes are becoming more specialized. So this semester, my classes are focused a lot on economic theory and agricultural finance, as well as continuing my Spanish classes. And so I'm so excited to see all of the ways that these classes are culminating to build together my passions for agriculture and for veterans and for the world, for serving the world. And so it's just amazing to see all of it coming together to create a better me and a more clear vision of the future that I aspire to have.
Let's do a final question here and have you jump ahead 2 years. You've graduated. What's Sara Gardner going to be doing in 2 years?
I hope to be in law school. I've wanted to be a lawyer ever since about 3rd grade when my mom told me I was good at arguing, and I loved to read and write too. But this is something that has really become not a passion of my parents or the people around me, but it's become really a desire within my heart to be a voice for something bigger than myself, whether that's veterans or agriculture, or hopefully a culmination of both. I hope that in 2 years I will be in law school, so that I can continue to be a lifelong advocate for this industry and for the hardest working people in agriculture and our veterans who have served our country, and so that I can just help to make our country better and to help people be aware of how fortunate we are to have the freedoms that we enjoy, and to also understand how those freedoms benefit agriculture in our country today.
Well, she is Sara Gardner, and Sara, a junior at the University of Arkansas, and we want to wish you the best from Farm Bureau. We know that you're really going to be excited about going back to school, and I guarantee you once people see this, you're going to have a lot more fans that are behind you and praying for you and making sure things go well for you as you go to school. So we wish you the best of luck and the best of health as you head back to the University of Arkansas. Thank you for being our guest on this edition of Arkansas Agcast.
Thank you.